What is going on, everybody? Hope everyone is well. Welcome back to a trade recap for today's video. Today's trade went absolutely crazy. It was honestly probably one of my biggest trades that I've caught in a while, to be honest. It was a beautiful trade, about a $7 to $8 move that I caught the whole thing on Tesla. Option contracts went absolutely insane, well over 100%. I alerted the exact zone and analysis for this trade to the community when I was doing the pre-market review previous to when market opened. So I'll do a quick breakdown on everything and go over the trade that I took. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. So let me go ahead and minimize this here. Now I'm going to move this over here. So what I first want to start out with is the analysis that I alerted right here at 6:25. Keep in mind market opens at 6:30 a.m. So obviously this is my pre-market analysis, which I alert and send out every single morning. I also do it live in voice chat with the Discord family each and every single morning. So anyways, 6:25 a.m. you guys can obviously see I did my SPY and Tesla analysis per usual. Now, what I want you guys to look at here is I have my supply and my demand zones, all my key levels per usual, but I said out in my pre-market analysis that I really like this demand zone here on Tesla. I would like to see a retracement into that demand zone to possibly even take a trade off of it, right? And what exactly we did, you can see that the 171.90 demand, you can see that market opened. Shortly after market opened, we bounced to the absolute cent into that 171.90 demand. I had then taken my entry after I saw a strong multiple confirmations, A being order flow, B obviously being price action, and C obviously being a demand zone reversal. So with those things added together, I took my entry. I had my stop loss, you guys know, per usual, being at a full close outside of this demand zone. So you can see risk was also locked in as well. Now, in terms of my take profits, I marked out this heavy resistance area right here as one of my take profit levels, and also we had this 174 0.30 supply zone that I had also marked out. You can see that we had gotten a slight reversal and push down, but buyers were ultimately just too strong and continue to push price up further. Keep in mind, I entered right here at this 172 mark, pretty much right at 172. Price continued up higher. At this point, we're now trading at this 174.30 supply. Here at this 174.30, I had then alerted that I was also taking a chunk of my position off and taking profits just in case this supply zone continued down further. Like I had mentioned earlier, though, those buyers were simply just way too strong and continued to push price all the way up to literally 179.20, almost that 180 level. Like I had mentioned, I entered at 172, I exited all the way at 179. You can see going to my analysis here. First, obviously, we got that strong move up to my first profit target, which I alerted here. And then also you can see the trade just continuing to rip. And then obviously same thing here. You can see still alerting to the chat. I'm still in these runners, absolutely going crazy. And then you can see the trade just still absolutely ripping to the upside. Now, and then obviously I alerted locking in profits, and I'm done for the day at 7:19 a.m. So right at 7:19 a.m., you can see this was literally right here on this strong push down. Initially I exited right about here, but it took me about 30 seconds to a minute to actually alert it to the group. but I pretty much exited at the exact top. Reason for that is because on the 5-minute time frame, I had a resistance level charted right here that I was expecting to see a bit of selling pressure to step in. So obviously I utilized that as an exit point or a profit target for my trade. But you can see this whole trade since we tapped into that demand zone, you can obviously see that demand zone was an area of interest for those buyers to ultimately step in, was an area of demand where an extended amount of buyers stepped in and started to put obviously extended amount of orders. So, knowing that extended amounts of buyers are stepping in, extended amount of money is being put into the market, that's then going to cause stronger volume and stronger momentum, which we want to catch for our trade. But pretty much since we tapped into that demand, you can see buyers were just absolutely ripping and absolutely extremely strong and pushed price all the way up to this 179.20 mark, and it was absolutely going crazy. But let me see, going back to the analysis, also right here at about 6:44 a.m., that's when I alerted that I only had runners left for that trade. So that was that. And then for my stop loss, obviously, since I mentioned I had runners left on that trade, I said at 6:45 I had runners. So right about here, when we broke supply, I had runners running, meaning a small position left, small position sizing left, and I had that running all the way up to this 179.20 mark. And pretty much I was just using fair value gaps to really support my position as much as possible. And I was also using those fair value gaps as exit points if price did break below them, obviously, because I'm expecting to get a bounce and a reversal from those fair value gaps. So if those fair value gaps aren't providing the buying pressure that I want it to, then obviously that means that the selling pressure is stronger and going against me, which obviously I don't want, right? I want the buyers to be in control since I'm obviously going long and, in a trade. So just using the fair value gaps, you can see first fair value gap got created. We had a slight of sideways trading activity, but ultimately we bounced into that fair value gap, and you can see we got a strong, beautiful push up. Same thing with right here, slight fair value gap created, but ultimately we bounced into it and got a strong push up all the way to that 179.20. But yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Only took one trade, which was that absolute banger on Tesla. If you do want to trade live with me and the family, get access to all the pre-market reviews and all the other analysis that I alert, feel free to click that link down in the description so you can trade with the winners. I tell you guys each and every single day, watch us win or win with us. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time.